everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I wanted to work today and continue on my neutral coloured ephemera that we've made using the neutral kits from JunkWithSteph. I have some ephemera here already cut, and I have gone ahead and inked them up behind the scenes so that we don't have to worry about doing that on camera. Before I do that, I wanted to share with you my latest tag in the hashtag 52 tags handmade challenge, and the theme was hearts. Now, I learned a lot doing this tag, I will tell you. Just refocus for you. So I actually have 3 small hearts here. I've made this one here out of fabric that I dyed, and I shared how I did that in a previous video, which I will link in the description below. And I've used some of the threads that I had from where I frayed those fabrics, and I used those to create little circles. It's funny how you can start working on something and you have a little bit of an idea, or maybe you don't have any idea, and you just never know what inspiration is going to take you or what you're going to end up with. And this was one of those instances. I had the hearts in mind, and I knew I wanted to stagger them or layer them, but aside from that I really had no idea. So I really loved using those threads. I did actually use some of that thread to attach my piece of lace to my fabric as well. So I'll back it out for you just a little bit. And of course, it is on a tag that was made using papers from JunkWithSteph, using neutral tones. And I also created one of those on video, which I will link in the description below as well. Again, this second tag has a real delicateness about it, but I really, really love it. I'm really enjoying this challenge. I must say, it's taking me way out of my comfort zone, but I just wanted to share with you. That is the back. You can see where I've sewn my sewing onto the tag. So I'm looking forward to my following tags. I hope you really enjoy following along. As I've said, I'm not doing it on camera at this stage. I'm not a very confident sewer, so my plan is to do them off camera and then share them with you as I create them. Okay, so a huge thank you to Anne Brooks for such a fun challenge. I'm really enjoying this challenge, and I can see that lots of other people are too, because I see a lot of their posts on Instagram. I wanted to continue working on my ephemera using my book page snippet roll with my neutral coloured backgrounds from JunkWithSteph, and I have bits and bobs here still to decorate. And I will share, as you see, I've been really, really busy fussy cutting. And I wanted to say to you, these strips of, this is actually photo paper, but any strips that you have, I've been collecting strips and rectangles of all different sizes, squares, whatever the case may be. Don't throw those out, because I'm planning on doing a video very, very soon. I had mentioned to you before that I wanted to clean my mixed media room and do some work out there, and I'm excited to tell you that I actually got that done on the weekend. So I can now see my desk out there again, which I haven't been able to do for some time. So I am planning on doing a video out there possibly in the next few days. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. So, and it will involve those pieces of paper. I have a container on my other desk to my left, and it has lots of stuff in it that I want to stain, including some strips and squares and rectangles of paper. So I wanted to give you a heads up. Now, I have 2 of these containers here. I've set them, they're actually in the middle of my desk because it's about the only space I have on my desk that's free at the moment. These are JunkWithSteph kits that I have finished fussy cutting, and oops, this one's a bit heavier. I have another one here of kits that I'm still in the process of fussy cutting. So I pop those there so I can draw from them when I want to. Now I have this kit here. It is the Eclectic Ephemera kit. And I'm pretty sure this one was printed 4 to a page. So I want to just look at what I have. When I was in here fussy cutting, I was having all sorts of ideas about things I wanted to do, and I was like, no, I need to focus on my fussy cutting and get that done. And it's funny really, because I have all these great master plan of ideas while I'm fussy cutting, and then I come in here and I go, now where do I start? I don't know where to start. So what do I want to do? So how are you all? I hope you're all fabulous. I am. I'm excited to be back in my craft room. So exciting. Being in here just makes me so happy. I really do love it. Here we go. So again, using the fussy flowers, I wanted to see if these are printed 2 to a page. I'm not actually sure whether these will be too big, was what I was thinking, until I just pulled that one out. So perhaps not. Just spotted another one here that I think may work, or a couple even. I'm actually not sure they're big enough. I think that's too big. Oh, this one might be better. Do you want something? Actually, what if I swap that around? Oops. It's just not working for me, really. No, I think I'm trying to cover up a background that I don't really want to cover up, so I need to think again. I need to go back to the drawing board, as they say. Sometimes it works and sometimes it's just not meant to be, I feel. This is part of the reason I layer off camera, because sometimes it just doesn't come straight away, and that's okay. But I think I'm going to go to plan B. So I don't know if I'm just not feeling the flowers right now, or perhaps it's the shape, the tag shape rather than a journaling card, but it's not coming together. So rather than waste time, I'm going to try something else. And from the magical kit, I have these, oops, I think I'm just headbutting the camera. I have these images printed onto tracing paper, and I think I really love the idea of popping one of those over that tag. That's making me much happier. So these are actual journal pages that I have printed onto tracing paper at 4 to a page. And you could do them 2 to a page. I decided 4 to a page was what I wanted to work with. So I just need to pop that back with the correct set of papers. So I'm going to ink. Yes, I think I was just saying I used a piece of the tracing paper on one of my pieces of ephemera in a previous video, just in my last video also. I think it was the last video. And I just wanted to let you know, because when I did that video, I used my glue stick to adhere the tracing paper. And then I went around the outside with my art glitter glue, and it seems to have stuck really, really well. So I just wanted to let you all know that it seems to be really down there. I did have a slight lifting here, and it was minimal, and it made me think that perhaps my art glitter glue wasn't quite to the edge. So I just popped a tiny bit more under there, and it's really down there now. So I just wanted to let you know that that worked. And so I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay, so my glue book, need to remove that. And it has been quite some time since I worked on my ephemera stash, so you may remember that the months of November, December, and even moving into January, although I didn't do a lot of crafting in January because I was working on my reorganization in my craft room, I've been working on a major design team project for JunkWithSteph, making an ephemera stash for myself, and it didn't end up quite as big as I had hoped, but it's certainly a good place to start. And oh golly, there is a really big blockage there. And I'm excited to say that I have an ephemera stash. So I'm just looking for, I have a paper clip that I have I just realized my glue stick is drying, so that's unfortunate. Let's see if that makes a difference. I don't know that it has, but okay, can I just need to get this piece down before it's completely dry. Before I worry about my art glitter glue. Oh, goodness me. Oh no, that's okay. I'll pop it there. And well, this could be the biggest bumbling video yet that I have done. So my first attempt at crafting didn't work in this video, and now My glue is drying before I get to pop something on my ephemera. I've ended up with creasing, which shouldn't happen because I've added extra glue because the first lot started to dry. Okay. Finish that with my thumb and see if I can get those creases out a little bit. Okay, I don't feel like that's quite as bad as it was. Kind of adds a little bit of an aged look, which I wasn't thinking about, so it's kind of working for me actually now that I look at it. It's reminding me of the crinkled or torn paper edges. How funny. Okay, I need to just take a moment, I'm sorry, and see if I can figure out where that blockage is coming from. So that seems to have just going to see if that's cleared it. I feel like whatever's in there blocking has gone back down into the glue perhaps. Does not want to release whatever it is. I need something this long but skinnier than this paper clip to get down into that tip. I'm going to end up in such a mess. I really wanted to do that way, but I'm not able to. The pin's just not long enough. Whatever it is, I feel like it's really, really tiny. I'm squeezing the bottle and nothing is coming out. That's a little bit better. Okay, we'll give that a go. Whoops. Now I have glue everywhere. Very handy little tool just to have an open paper clip at the ready. I have that always. Okay, where was I? So, I'm wondering if one of these flowers might work now. I have that in the background. Don't mind that. That's kind of cute. I do really like that actually. And some fabric, I'm thinking. I did find I had a bag of little clusters that I made. I wasn't sure, they might be a bit big, I think. Definitely too big for my little snippet strip. I just want some fabric. I need to sit down and make some fabric clusters, I think. Just some simple, almost neutral. Okay, scissors. made me think of a doctor. Okay, scissors, scalpel. Not in a million years. Definitely not my forte. Okay, so I'm thinking I need, not I want, I need. Oh, that could work. I forgot I had that piece. Really want it that way though. I'm trying not to cover too much of this. So this piece of paper is from, let me think, let me check. Joyful Jaunt. Yes, indeedy. So the kit Joyful Jaunt from JunkWithSteph. And just a reminder that any kits that I use, I do a flip through so that you can refer back to those flip throughs. So there's actually a couple of places that you'll find flip throughs of the kits that I use. And I will put the name of those playlists in the description below for you so that you can refer to those if you see anything that you really like. Okay, it's coming together better for me now. Okay, so do I want a little pop, tiny little pop of colour? Just looking to see what scrappy pieces I have. Oh, that's so fun. That's exactly the sort of thing I'm thinking. Just a little pop of colour. And I do need to ink around this. So like 20 minutes in, I'm guessing how long it's been, but I feel like it's been forever since I started. I don't know, I may even scoot you through the part where I fumble over the first thought I had that didn't pan out. Save you viewing time. Sometimes it's just not meant to happen straight away, and that's okay. I think I like it across the bottom. I wasn't sure if I wanted to change the direction of the fabric, but I don't think I do. Oops, and I've done the wrong one. No, I haven't. Arthur or Martha, I don't know which one I am. Okay. And I might use a little bit of fabric glue on here. I've been so excited to get into my craft room all day, and now I'm in here I feel like I'm just fluffing. I need to find my groove. Does that ever happen to you? You get into your craft room and it doesn't come straight away. It takes a moment or so to... I probably should have come in here and just done a little bit of cleaning or sorting or something before I turned the camera on, but I really didn't think about that. I was just excited to have time to start crafting, and I've told you before I don't feel right crafting without you all, so I tend to put the camera on. Okay. My glue's not coming out now. Different bottle, same problem. Maybe it's saying, you've been away from us for too long. Okay. I need some paper towels so I can just clean the top of that bottle. Now, okay, so I have this sari silk here, which I still need to find a container for. I popped it in here when I was doing my reorganization, and you're probably aware if you've been watching for a while, sari silk isn't a go-to for me because I had a little stash. Where is that? I think it's back over here. Okay, I needed to do that while I was thinking about it because I need to have them all together. So that's the bag I've had for a little while, and I just never think to pull it out. So they are much brighter colours, which I really, really love. And then I have these new sari silks that were purchased after a discussion with Took from Took's Craft Table, and Took kind of enabled me to buy some sari silk, which I don't even know how to get into this. I'm sure there's an art. I think, yes. Okay. So I need to put the lid on here. I'm gas bagging away, completely sidetracked. Just looking to see. That's really pretty, that colour there actually. Okay, let's do this. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, no rhyme or reason, just cut and then worry about the length after. I purchased these as my first real sari silk purchases. I think the other sari silk was a de-stash from somebody else that I purchased. This is the first time I've purchased from an actual supplier, which was super exciting. So thank you, Took. You enabled me, but I'm very, very grateful because I've been wanting some sari silk for quite some time. Up there. Oh, there's something really satisfying about the way that tears. And I think I want that half the width. It's challenging. It's challenging me, the way it's folding up on itself. So pretty. Okay, I need to save those little pieces. They're fun. If I can get it to detach from my finger. No, I've done that the wrong way. Yeah, I like it that way. Super pretty. I don't know if it's still too big. Okay, I'm going to, oops. I'm like, I know boats. I probably made it too thin now. Oh, I need something to put those little pieces in. I needed half the length. And I really like that brighter green, so nope, using sari silk may take a little bit of getting used to for me by the look of it. Needs a haircut. I think I've made it too thin, but I really love the look of it, so I'm going to stick with it. I am going to, I think, pop a little bit of glue on there to hold it in place, because I will sew it on, but I feel like it might be a little bit slippery for a paper clip to hold it properly. So and if I put enough glue on there, I could potentially not have to sew it on, but I am going to. I really love that colour pop on there. I'm going to leave it like that. Or do I want a label? Maybe I do. So these are word labels. I haven't finished fussy cutting these, but of course from JunkWithSteph. My story, I like that. Oops. And a little bit of calico is what I'm thinking it needs. Lock her in. That's what I'm going with. Off my finger. I think my pin needs to be cleaned. I'm hoping I can rescue this video into something that's watchable. I'm so sorry if I can't. Sometimes I think I would be much better to just come in here and craft without you all and show you afterwards. But then, I need to ink. I would miss you all. And I'd have to find new ways of justifying myself talking to myself. Because I'm so used to doing it with the video on now that I would probably be talking to myself. Oops, be talking to myself while I'm crafting. I guess it's not really about how much ephemera I create as long as I'm having fun doing it, really. Okay. And I do feel like it needs a little number or something. Don't mind that. It's just a tiny little ticket. This is from Eclectic Ephemera from JunkWithSteph. Going to stick to the neutrals, I think. Well, that's it. And maybe nope, green. Maybe I can work in one of those tiny little postage stamps. Okay. And I think I will glue this down with, going to see if I can just trim those. So I'm thinking my art glitter glue, because it works so well holding down my tracing paper. Oh, and it's coming out so much better. I have threads everywhere now. They're not going to come off my fingers. Actually, I have one of these little tins. I'm going to see if I can pop it in there. That works. Okay, now where was I? It's so fine, I was worried it would just disappear. It was just sitting on my desk. Okay, I love it. It took a little bit to get there, but I really love the way that's turned out. The crease in my tissue paper, but you know what? It kind of adds to the authenticity of age, really, doesn't it? And I'm just going to do a straight stitch. Just running that over the edge of my desk to try and flatten it out a little bit. Love that. sometimes it's just worth the wait. Okay, so I need to stitch around that. Now, what can I do that's not quite so complicated? I'm going to do a journaling card and a bookmark, I think. Okay, so I'm actually thinking this would make a really fun tuck this size, so that's what I'm kind of working towards. These butterflies might be a little bit too wide, and I'm just looking. They are the Fussy Cuts Collection Butterflies version 1 from JunkWithSteph. Just looking to see what I might have in here, if anything will work. I don't mind that butterfly, they're still a bit wide. He's fun. Love these. Look at the pop of that colour against that neutral background. Oh my goodness. Haven't decided which one yet. Oops. It's pretty. Oh, I actually really love that. I think that's the winner for me. I don't need to audition anymore. Actually, something else that I saw. Was in here. Okay, so this kit here is Collage Papers Ephemera kit. I just had a thought of things that I saw when I was fussy cutting. Sorry, remembering which way around I want this to go. So I really loved this image and thought that would be really beautiful on a pocket, and I could actually make like a double pocket. So I love that. So that's going there. And then I had these, which way around did I have it? That way. I'm not sure. I actually held that against one of the backgrounds, so I do like it on there a lot better. I just don't remember which background it was. I like that. No, I'm going to go with that one. Really love that. So that then becomes a side tuck. Sorry, a tuck. I'm just looking at, sorry, I'm looking off camera. I don't know why I do that. I really don't. Just looking to see what's in here. If there's anything else that jumps out at me. I don't mind these bingo cards actually. Covers up a lot more of the background than I'd like to cover. Okay. So that's those. I do have this little image from the vintage music paper that I mentioned. We used a couple of the images to create some ephemera earlier, which I'm not sure worked out. So we made these two. These images here came from the same vintage music paper. And I had this one still to use, so I think that would be a really pretty side tuck too, actually. I like that on there. Or do I want to turn that around? I think I like it that way. Kind of grounds it. Having the dark down here and then the dark up there. Or do I like that background better? No, I like that one. Okay, I'm going to audition. No, that one. Okay. So, was there anything? So this kit here, I'm doing it again, partly because I can't see very well. I want to just spread it out and I'm not able to do that. Adds with Age from JunkWithSteph. Sorry about my squeaky footrest. I know there were lots of things in here that I want to make ephemera out of, as in using them as backing, as the background. So things like this, that would be a really fun journaling card, I think. So that may need to happen. I don't know whether I'll do that on video or off video and just share the results at the end, perhaps. No, they're not jumping out at me. Things like that. I think that would be a really fabulous journaling card, so I plan on doing that with those. Perhaps one of these. Way too big. So that will be way too big. They could be journaling cards on their own as well. It was one of the things that I really loved about this kit. Oh, actually, that was one of the things that I liked that. Okay. So that was Adds with Age from JunkWithSteph. Now, I need something for here. Oops. Oh, more of that fluff. Where did I put that tin? So my little tins came from my local Kmart and they were 3 for $3, I believe. Just need to fix my chair. Okay, that's better. Ooh, maybe I could use one of these on that bookmark. Well, I do love that. Okay, so I don't think I want to add too much to this. I just love this image, so I'm going to ink this up. So fun. I love it. What do I have in my snippets? This is a fabric snippet. Love that. It's covering up an awful lot of that image though. Okay, do I love it enough? I'm thinking I'm just going to make it a single pocket and not turn this into a pocket. That way I can just glue that down and add that there. I really love that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lock that in. Decision made. Sometimes it can be just that simple, just a beautiful image, a little bit of paper and lace, you know, that speaks to my heart. and we're done. Okay. Thought that was a little bit crooked, but I think it'll be okay. Is that where I had? No, it was this one. Love the snippet strips. Okay, and I'm going to use some fabric glue across the one of these days I'll take that. It's like it has a magnet in it, and I am the metal. It sticks to me every time I release it. Okay. I love the wispiness of this. It kind of reminds me of being outside and seeing the grasses blow in the breeze, but it also, looking at the birds, it also reminds me a little bit of a nest. So I love that. I've told you before I like to have stories to go with the pieces that I make. I'm trying to decide if I need lace across the top. No, it's too big. Okay. Finding myself wanting to dive into a place that I really don't want to dive into right now, but this is the rest of my lace that I haven't organised, so I need to just sit it on my knee. I have nowhere on my desk that I can sit this. Actually, I don't think this, oh, that's really pretty. Let me see. I feel like it's asking for something really soft and delicate, and that is perfect. Okay. Showing you that was like revealing myself. You know, those areas of your craft room that you just want to keep secret because, well, nobody likes their messes exposed. Yep, I like that there. I was like, what has happened there? There's actually a join in the paper there, but I think this lace will cover that over, which is possibly a good thing. Such a simple, pretty pocket. Okay, love that. Just trim off these edges. A little bit of stitching and that pocket is done. I make it sound like I did that so quickly, don't I? Oh my goodness. Some days the struggle is real. But I really, really love that. It's so, so pretty. Okay. I don't think I want to add too much more to this one either. I love the play on shapes with the rectangle and then the circle in this, so I'm thinking maybe a piece of this white cheesecloth underneath. Again, I don't want to take away from the background too much, so I'm going to go with this more open cheesecloth, I think. If I can ever get this open. Oh, golly. I need to change the way it folds so that the joins are on the inside. That's what it messes with me every time. Okay, so don't know how much of a circle I'll end up with here, but it's not too bad. So I'm thinking about a label up here. Okay, so this kit is JunkWithSteph Frames, Labels and More. Just wondering. I like that. I like the black picking up off the image that we have. I think these are printed at different sizes, and I've just popped them all into the one bag, which doesn't help you, but that's kind of fun. Oh, I did like it on the side. Just thinking, I'll tell you why I'm playing with the label. I actually prefer it to the side, but then I feel like that will determine what side of the journal page I can put it, so I don't mind it in the middle either. So I'm thinking that may be the better option. Oh, these are pretty. Okay, let's try one of these. Without hesitation, that's the winner for me. And I'm going to leave that like that. I love that. Okay, I need to ink the label. And popping some glue under the cheesecloth to hold it in place. I don't know how successfully I'm doing this. Okay, it's in. It's not too bad. Okay. I really need to get some of that glue thinning. I cannot remember what it's called. I'd like to say acetone, but I don't know if that's right. So I'm not going to say that just so that I don't make a fool of myself, even though I've just said it. whatever that is, I need to find out, and I need to get myself some, because I think that's part of my problem with my fabric glue. I think it's just thickened just ever so slightly, and it's making it very slow. Okay, and then just burnishing that. That would make a really pretty journaling card too, actually. Forgot that they had the backing on them. So really I could use it as either, doesn't really matter. And gosh, that's pretty. Okay. And I think I just want to just do that. Just giving it a haircut, just a little trim. Okay. Okay, love that. I will do some sewing, just a straight stitch around that, I think, because I don't have a lot of room, and I think that's really, really pretty. Okay. And I'm thinking a little piece of fabric under that one. I may change my mind. I do this with these beautiful backgrounds. As you probably notice, I decide that I'd like fabric, and then I realize how much of the background it's covering, and I go, maybe not. You can see with that neutral background, I really love that. You can see with that neutral background how that little bit of colour on the paper, the collage paper that we've used here, just really pops against all of the other neutrals. And that's what I love about using neutral papers as backgrounds. You can use the tiniest bit of colour, and it just really sings against a neutral background. Okay. Going to add, this fabric is curling, so I'm just, oops, I'm squeezing it. It's not even at the tip of the glue bottle. Kind of goes with the rest of my day, really. My crafting day, anyway. I may, I think, trim a little more off that edge. That curl is not quite what I'm after, and I don't think it's going to come good. So Don't really care if it's uneven. This might be easier though. Okay. And just fraying that up. Oh, my brown packaging paper. That's what I've used as the base of this snippet. I love it. Or cluster, sorry. Okay. Whoops, that jolly glue pin sticks to everything. Now I have a song in my head. Okay, love, love, love. And I really love the detail of the cluster on its own. And I sometimes find myself really bad when I add a focal point to a cluster because I don't feel like it needs it. So I'm going to say this one doesn't need it, and I'm going to stick with that thought process. In actual fact, I've just had a thought. So, I mean, seriously, I'd be quite happy to put that into a journal as a bookmark and leave it like that without anything else. But I did just wonder if something little down here perhaps, but I think I want something not quite so petite. So those pinks are clashing for me. What else do I have in here? Anything? See, that just takes away too much of that image. Of the cluster, sorry. I don't think it's going to work for me. Thinking maybe just a label across the top. If I can find the right one. Oh, I like that. I do like that. So that is from the kit Frames, Labels and More from JunkWithSteph. And I don't know if it wants something down there, but I don't know what that something might be. See, that's covering the background and that's just not working for me. Oh, actually. So in this kit there are these tiny little, they're like studs. And that's kind of fun. I'm just wondering, oh, I had it. That's really cute. I think I'm going to pop those on there. They're different, but I don't know that this kit has the same, so or do I want grey tone? I do like those actually. Oh, they're fun. Okay, so again, that's JunkWithSteph, frames, labels, and more. Much more. You can see my fussy cutting, they're not quite round, but it's okay. Inking will fix everything. Okay, and well, I might use my art glitter glue because they're so tiny. Oops, tiny. I really love that for something a little bit different. Okay, calling that done. How am I going for time? Oh yes, I do need to stop, I think. So I may finish these off camera. I only have 3 out of the ones that I was working on left to do, and you can kind of see where I'm going with those. So I'll finish those off camera and I will show you those at the end of the video. So thank you so much for joining me. Steph, thank you so much for your beautiful kits. I so enjoy working with them and I am loving the pieces I'm making just recently. So please everybody, stay safe, stay inspired and happy crafting. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye for now.